They say that Trnava is a little Rome. As an Italian living in Slovakia, I immediately thought that calling a small Slovak city Little Rome is a bit exaggerated. But why is it called this way? I decided to visit Trnava in a day trip from Bratislava, walk around the city and even climb on top of its tower to see this Little Rome from above. Hi guys, ahojte všetci. As you've heard from the intro, I am in the city of Trnava, Slovakia's 7th city. I'm currently in Trinity Square, a beautiful square in the center of the city, and that's where I will start my tour from. I was thinking, as I really want to travel, I really feel like this push that I need to go and travel more. I decided to visit during the day, in the weekend, a few Slovak cities, like Trnava for example, and make videos about them, because I think it's really nice to give some visibility to those cities that are relatively unknown, and they're also quite nice actually to spend a few hours during the weekend. I found a cute little market. I love markets. I feel like it's closing though. Some stands are empty already, and it's Saturday lunchtime, so I assume it worked in the morning. I think that before actually starting exploring, I'll go to have some food because I'm very, very hungry. So I'm currently exploring some options, and then I guess you will see in a few seconds what I'm going to have.
A few moments later.
Prosím si jeden beef wrap. Beef wrap s hranolkami.
Okay. Rozmarinové, paprikové.
Rozmarinové. Ďakujem. A voda.
Voda. Jemne perlivá, neperlivá?
Jemne perlivá. Chladená. Here is my beef wrap that with my very strong abilities of speaking Slovak I ordered. So juicy. And here we have a classic burger. Looks nice. So, I'm quite upset because it started raining, just lightly, but it started raining and I have been checking the weather forecast since 2 days ago. And I'm using a new camera, which I bought to make my videos, which is not waterproof. Like, it's a great one, but it's not waterproof, so now I have to switch to the phone, which is waterproof likely. So, okay, I'll maybe show you the camera later. I think it's stopping already, so I'm pretty optimistic about this. My next stop is this smiling tower. I think it's called Renaissance Tower, and hopefully we managed to go upstairs. I've read online there is a very beautiful view of the Trnava city center. Dobrý deň. Je deža otvorená?
Áno, je otvorená, to je trochu že z tejto strany, tam je prvé dvere sú vchod a na druhom musíme sa kúpovať listy.
Tam kúpime listy. OK. Ďakujem. Dovidenia. A kartou môžem platiť? Yes, that's a clock machine. I just read here that it's from 1729, so it's quite old. And it's impressive because it says it weighs almost 300 kilograms. And there is a cable that is 30 meters long. Imagine that it keeps something that is nearly 300 kilos. I arrived on top of the tower. As you can see, that's the side of Trinity Square with the Trinity Tower that I showed you before. And there is a pretty good view from here. For some reasons, the city center was really empty to be a Saturday afternoon. I felt like it was almost abandoned, while it seems that in the warmer months, these streets are quite lively and have a very cool vibe. I think those two are the two most famous churches in Trnava that I'm planning to visit later. And if you are familiar with Rome, one of the things that Rome has, it's really a huge amount of churches. And that's the reason why Trnava was given the name of Little Rome. It's because apparently it has a lot of churches and religious buildings. That's the main street of Trnava. It's called the Hlavna. And one thing that I remember from the very first time I came to Trnava is that there was those big letters with the name of the city, Trnava. I'm still in the main square of Trnava, but it's not just all medieval and old town style buildings. There are also some pretty brutalist ones, like the House of Culture, Dom Culturi. I've read it's a pretty controversial one because, as you might see, it's kind of different compared to the style of the overall old town. Obviously, I think this was built in the 1970s, if I'm not wrong. As many buildings built during communist times, it's pretty brutalist, it's pretty grey, and it gives kind of weird vibe to the place. It is partially fascinating. Some people like those kind of buildings. For example, I do like some of them, but I cannot say it's as beautiful, of course, as some others that you can see in the old towns. It's controversial because the city center underwent a pretty big transformation. I guess that many old buildings were demolished, probably, to leave the space to those new ones. I walked the whole Hlavna street. It's really nice and it has a lot of beautiful buildings. And I feel like I already learned by heart how this city is made. Is quite straightforward in my opinion. And now before going to watch the cathedral and some of the churches that give the name of Little Rome to this city, I am here in this nice park with the monument called Pametnik Osloboditelo. I hope I said it correctly. I just found this lovely building. I really love buildings with nice or strange decorations, and I'm always wondering what were they in the past, who was living there. Like, I'm always obsessed with the history of places. As I'm definitely in the mood for some day trips now, let me know whether I should visit something from Bratislava, so nearby, mainly Western Slovakia, or whether I should drive a bit more to maybe Western Central Slovakia. You can, of course, suggest me the name of cities or nice castles, towns to see, or I don't know, natural places, or whether it shouldn't be a day trip and I should focus on the eastern of Slovakia, maybe like sleeping somewhere and visit, I don't know, the area around Košice, like so much more toward the east, or even like central or northern Slovakia, a bit more towards Poland. So the poll is open. Let me know in the comments below what places I should visit in Slovakia, and also let me know why. Look at this beauty. We got a serdiečko. I love this word, serdiečko. This is St. Helen's Church, and it's probably the cutest one I've seen up to now here in Trnava. I just found the Česká poistovňa, and I was a bit surprised because, okay, yes, I guess this comes from the past, but I have to admit that I thought it would have been Československa. Can you guys tell me why it's just Česka and not Československa, please? I'm quite curious to know that. I am a bit of a freak of the history in general. I really pay a lot of attention to the details in the buildings, and I'm always wondering like how old they are, as I was saying before. So I got pretty curious as soon as I saw this Česka post. Surprise! Let's go to the next place. In 1238, Trnava was the first town in present-day Slovakia to be granted a charter by the king. So it's a pretty important city. And if I'm not wrong, nowadays it's actually the 7th city in Slovakia, so it's not that big, but not even that small. I think it's a really nice city and a bit underrated maybe, because I never really hear about it even on social media, like YouTube, for example. So I'm very happy that I came here. I think it's really nice, and I think it's very nice, especially with the sun, which now finally came out. Maybe it would be wiser to come here during late spring or summer, because as far as I've heard, the main street, Hlavna, has a lot of cafes, bars, restaurants, and you can stay outside. It's very nice to chill there. And this gives also the name of Little Berlin to that part of the town, or so I read on the internet. So on the one side is Little Rome for all the churches and religious buildings that it has, but it's also a Little Berlin because of the cool vibe and atmosphere. So I think it's worth a visit. Okay, it's a pity I didn't get to enter into the cathedral because it's closed, but at least we can see it from the outside. I have a feeling that St. Nicholas Basilica will not really be visible, but let's not abandon our hopes. And here we have the code. It's open. I got to a very nice park, and here there are the city walls. They are very, very old, even from the 13th century. There is even a part of the walls where you can walk up. I mean, not on top of them, but like almost. But I'm not entirely sure how to reach that part. All right, guys, that's all from Trnava for today. I'm afraid I didn't manage to go up to the walls. I kind of got lost in this very beautiful park. I hope you liked this video. I hope, if you didn't know Trnava before, that you discover a nice city you might visit in a day from Bratislava. If you actually know the city already, please let me know in the comments below how to go walking on the walls, so maybe next time I will manage to visit them from above. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a like to this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos each week, and see you next time. Bye!